No problem. So here, if you see, we have key releases. Okay. So when, one second, guys. Yeah. Okay. So when we had this EWM as a separate system, okay, earlier, okay. So we, that was, classic, SEM or EWM system. We can say that it was started when, 5.0 version to 5.1, and then 7.0 to 7.02, and then till 9.5. This was the last standalone EWM system. Okay, this was the last version. In the embedded, it started with 1610. Okay, it's 1610. Right now we are currently in 2023. Okay, this is the system. Okay, I'm working right now in my current project as well. Okay, as for HANA 2023. See, from here to here, there are change in some features, but the core EWM is the same. What is the core EWM? That is doing put away, picking, all this is the same. Okay, this remains the same. This is not going to change, but there are some additional features which are going to be added, which will make the business run ease. Okay, in this release, they might have identified some issues. Okay, as a business, you have implemented, as a consultant, you are working in a company right now. Okay, you are trying to implement the SAP EWM. Okay, when you are trying to run the thing, you faced one some issues. Then what you do, you raise it to SAP. SAP does, okay, oh, this, there is a lack of improvement here, we can improve a lot here. So what we can do, they will try to consider those things. If that is a genuinely issue which business is facing, then they may try to include those into the next release. And in the next release, 2025, or the one which we are getting next, in that one they will try to include it. Okay, that's the only thing. But the core EWM will always remain the same, guys, in any system wherever you're working. Okay, so this is embedded and this is a classic PWM. And next thing is, so I wanted to go through this one as well. Okay, because
Uh,
when yeah, yeah,
uh,
please go ahead.
Here in the version section, this below versions, that means that is ECC versions, S4 versions, I mean, right? The same.
Yeah, the above one is the
Before,
ECC version, when where EWM was a standalone system. It was a separate system. So this was the version. Last version was 9.65. This is the
and
embedded version right now.
here in the S4 system, I mean, any recent versions advantages like UI related or something, any advantages are here in the S4 in the versions. I mean, just I'm asking about ECC and EWM S4. So, what are
Mhm.
the major advantage here? I mean, you understand my question, right?
Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to, figuring out how to explain it to you right now here. See, the major advantages what we can see is, we can't we can't really point out to the here. See, what happens is, as I said, the core EWM remains the same. Okay, in some versions, what they do is they try to identify some issues. We have something called production planning, right? In the production planning, we have this integration, EWM integration with production planning. When this integration is happening, we have something called synchronized goods movement. During this particular thing. Okay, so EWM has made the business ease. Okay, so instead of going with the deliveries and other stuff, here we can specifically a few features are enhanced here, so that the business can work in a very efficient way. So these are, like, very minor changes will be coming each releases. Okay, but the what I'm trying to say, the main core will always remain the same. That's the thing which we can understand. Okay, so if we
Is it
can put some blocks and
is it
other things also, we will get to understand that thing. Yeah.
is it any cloud processing in AWM and like so uh, do you maintain in the same in the cloud and the cloud operations in the UI related something theory or something? So there any I mean the maintenance of the data EWM instead of GUI. There any is there any process to have theory?
Yes, yes, yeah, you mean the theories.
Yeah, Fury.
Yeah, yeah.
So now it
So,
is upgraded to
so
Fury, right?
yeah,
Now
yeah.
the end user using the earlier we are using the GUIs in the older system.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fury is it EWM is connecting to Fury to
Yes, yes.
maintain
We
the
have
data?
right now. See, uh, even the business who are going to run the operations on this EWM system, okay, they they are not going to use the GUIs anymore, right? We have this Fury apps. Okay, whatever, like as a developer, sorry, as a configuration functional consultant, what we do is we do all the configurations in the GUI. Okay, so guys, for the people who are new, who haven't seen the system, you might not understand what I'm trying to tell you right now. Just give me a minute. I will do one thing. Just, can you see my screen here? So this is the S4 HANA system. Sorry, this is the S4 HANA system, and this is how the actual system looks like. Okay, even the in the real life, when you are going to go and do your configurations, when you are going to work, this is how it looks like. You know, you log into the same instance, not same in a sense, like in the same way. This is called client. So you will have multiple clients. Even I wanted to explain this in the next few slides. Yeah, but I'm trying to finish it right now only. So whenever you try to log in, you will log in with your client, and you will give your user ID, and let me check my password. Yeah. Okay, so this is how the system looks like, guys. Okay, when you, even in the real time also, this is how it looks like. So this is the SAP Easy Access. Okay, all the configurations as a EWM consultant we will do in this system only, complete system. Okay, so all the other things which I spoke about yesterday, right? Storage type, sections, everything, you can see here. Okay, all the configuration. This is storage types, sections, storage bin, all this information. So I do not want to, show more of this right now because this is very new, first time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
this is how
That
we
is leave
system
it.
looks like.
Yeah, leave
Yeah,
it.
this
Going
is
forward,
this,
you
this is
explain.
where you do. Yeah, yeah, this is where you do all the configurations. But business is not going to run the process in these screens here. We have something called Fury. Okay, I can show you guys later as well when we start our training, right? So we will also show you how the Fury and other details. Okay, in that Fury, business is going to run the processes, their processes. Okay, so yeah, so here in not only this SAP EWM project, for the matter of fact, any project, okay, like any implementation project, whenever you go and when you start working on it, right? So this is the most, yeah, one second. Yeah, so this is how the project runs, the life cycle of a project runs. We have multiple phases. One is discover phase, one is preparatory, explore, realize, deploy, and run. Okay, we will go through with different phases of project cycle, and then we will be completing our project. Okay, so I will not take much time, talking about this, something maybe not required at this moment. I just wanted to show you how it looks like. Okay, and the next thing is, so here, this is something which is really important, guys, for us to understand. Okay, so what is the system landscape setup? Okay, the system landscape setup, the basically consists of three landscapes. One is development, quality, production. Okay, so all the systems will look like this only, same. There is no change in all the systems, development, quality, and production. Only thing is they are different instance. Okay, so we can have development 100 client, quality 100 client. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, here you can see a client 100 client, development 100, quality 100, production 100. First, all the developments what we do, we try to do in the development system like this. In this one of this system, we will do all the development. We configure the complete system. Okay, complete setup. You will configure the warehouse, you will configure the storage types, sections, bins. You understand what business wants, how business is planning, what are their current processes available, and everything. You will analyze their current business, and accordingly you will configure this in the system as well, in our SAP system. Once we configure in this development, then we move everything what we have configured to a quality system. Or in development also, we will have lower clients, like we have 100, right? So we can have 110, 120. We will move everything, whatever configuration we have done, to different system, and in that system we will perform all the testings. Okay, you will perform the testings. Business users, they are going to perform the testings. Once everyone performs all the testings, and when once everything looks good, then they will go and deploy everything into the production system. Okay, so like that. So we have different landscape setup. Every project, any project you go to, so here we are trying to talk in real life. Okay, any project you go to, any interview you go to, they will ask you what is your system, landscape. Okay, when you hear the word landscape, you should not get scared. I did not, no one taught me during my training. Okay, that is not real. When you hear this landscape, that is he wants to know how the system looks like, how many systems you had, how the deployment went through. Okay, those things they will ask in the interview, guys. Okay, so we have to be ready, and we have to answer it very promptly. Okay, so once everything is done, once the testing is done in the quality system, then some people, they may also have the pre-production. Okay, one more system in between production and like pre-finals in the exam. So same, just like that, we also have pre-production and then the production system. Okay, all the configuration which we do it, will be moved from one client to another. Okay, so the process of this TR, the ones which I did, functional consultant makes the configuration in the development system, and whatever developments which we are making, we are going to capture those in one TR. We call it is, transport. Okay, whatever changes you are making, development you are making, you are going to capture it, and from there you are going to import it to the another clients. Okay, so and then you test it, and then the production system is good. That's how the project life cycle works. You discover, what you basically you try to understand. Okay, so you try to understand what is, one second, yeah, you can say is, you try to understand what is their system, and then you will plan. Okay, as per their system. Okay, how I can implement that to the new SAP, when they are coming to the SAP, how can I implement to the new SAP system. And then you design it how you want. Before building a house, you design it, you have the blueprint. Same, just like that, you design, you have a blueprint available readily, and then you go for the build. Okay, without understanding the process, without the plan, without the design, if you go start building, you do not you will end up nowhere. Okay, same, just like that, in the project also the same thing. You will build only after the design or the blueprint is ready, and then you go live, and then the support, will come into picture. Yeah, any questions, guys, here as well? So just I'm trying to give an overview, guys. Okay, okay, this is related to the real life, what happens. Okay, if people are already working, you might have known, if you are already from other modules, MM or SD, or ABAP. If you are from these models, you already know what I'm talking. Okay, so this is the thing. And one second, I wanted to show something as well for you guys. Okay, so one second. Yeah, you can see my screen, guys. One more screen right now. Okay, so here you can see our course content. Okay, so one thing, where am I? Yeah, so here is the course content, guys. So we have introductions, IM, EWM, okay, and WM. terminology and everything. We spoke about this deployment option just now, as you can see. And then next is we will go through the org structure. Okay, what is a client, company code, plant, storage location. Okay, all these other things, this you will not do as EWM. This is, you will not touch these things at all. Okay, in the real life also. But you should be aware what is this org structure looks like. Before warehouse, there are something else, right? Before warehouse, there is a plant. Above the plant, there are other org structure elements as well. Okay, you can understand. We will also go through that one briefly. And then comes the EWM org structure. As we discussed yesterday's slide, if you remember, we have the warehouse, you have the storage type, section, bins, staging areas, doors. We also spoke about work center where we pack, repack, okay, deconsult. All these things will happen. Right? This is the org structure. Okay, and ECC is for integrations. As I told, we have RFC connections, right? What is that RFC connection? If we are having a decentralized system, okay, the data is flowing from one system to another system, right? Those RFC connections, distribution models. Okay, these things you will not do it. This is taken care by the basis team. It's like good to have this knowledge. Okay, because you might need to guide people in your project. So we will also explain you what is this ECCS for integration. What you how this integration is set up and everything. We will talk about that one as well, guys. Okay, no need to worry. Maybe you will not touch this in real life, but you need to be aware of, that's all. And we have master data. So product master data, business partner master data, supply chain unit. So some other additional master data as well, we have in the EW. Okay, and storage type control parameters and the storage bins. So next is, these are all the processes, as you can see here. Warehouse process type, control parameters, availability group. Okay, all these things, unit handling, unit management, packaging specification. Okay, all these things we will go through one by one. Okay, so here you can see inbound process with simple inbound. Yesterday I showed you one slide, if you remember. We had like we purchase order is created, inbound delivery is created, GR is done, put away is done. That is very simple inbound process. But we also have like POSC, which is like a little complicated. Okay, everything is automated in that process. And we also have outbound process, outbound with POSC and LOSC. If you see some warehouses, they have floors, right? Inside, once you get in, they have steps, they have floors, mechanizers, we call it actually. So even in those also, we can configure in our EWM system. Okay, so we have strategies, picking strategies, how I'm picking. Okay, as I said, yesterday I gave a example for the bread, right? Which is expiration date is the most mandated thing in the food products. So which comes first in, that goes first out. First in, first out. Okay, those kind of things. Process codes, handling, exception handling. Okay, all of these we will cover. We will also cover what is monitor. This is one of the reporting tool we have. And next is wave management and the post processing framework, cancel picking. If some user has already picked for one order, he picked the order, he was about to ship. Okay, so right now what happens is, like there are some places, right? You order something online and you change your mind and you cancel it. Okay, during the time, how are we going to deal with it? How are we going to, that cancellation is done. So how I'm going to deal with the product which is already picked? Those kind of scenarios we will go through. Customer return, vendor return. Okay, we will ship it to a customer. He returned it. We are going to return to the vendor because we procured a product from vendor. When we did the quality check, it is not up to the mark. We are not happy with the product which was received. So what we do, we ship it back to the customer. So those kind of scenarios. Peak HU creation, RF. So we have something called radio frequency, okay, device, RF device. I'll show you. RF devices. Okay, like this. These are like RF devices. So this, what user does is RF device in warehouse. Yeah, you can see guys here. I'll just show you small
Meet
video.
Ignite, the global startup ecosystem, a community of innovators creating real.
Hi guys. Here you can see this warehouse person. What he is doing is, this is the warehouse. Okay, these are the warehouse look like. These are the high racks. In these high racks, our products are kept. You know, our products are kept in the boxes. Okay, box is a handling unit. We you just now saw in the course content handling unit. This is the handling unit. In this handling unit, the product is available. Okay, so what this user does is, user is not going to carry the laptop wherever, or the complete system, right? Because that guy is, you know, he's like 12th or 10th. That much only he studied, you know, 10th or 12th he has studied. He does not have much education as well. Okay, so what this guy does is, that guy will be given, this is called a pick HU. You can see the trolley which is using to pick the products. This is called pick HU. Okay, what he does, he will pick the products, he will keep it in the trolley. There is one barcode attached to this box here. He will scan this barcode. Okay, and then whatever even there are bins. These all are called bins. Each bin has a label attached to it. So this device which he holds, what he does is, he will scan. Here there is a scanning option. He will scan the product here. He will take it and he will keep it in the basket. Okay, this is how in the warehouse operations happen. Okay, the complete setup which you are going to do, it is going to be affected here only. Okay,
How you doing? See here. Today I'm going to show you how to use an RF gun. All right. RF. First of all, it represents radio frequency. RF radio frequency. It's part of the warehouse management system, which is WMS. Most warehouses use that. So I'm gonna show you today how to do some pick.
So here you see guys, here the buttons are available. Okay, he has some buttons. So these days, sometimes we don't even get the buttons. We just have the complete screen, and in the screen only they have the push buttons here. We just press the buttons in the screen itself here. Okay, so this device, it has a he can scan from here. Let's go further, guys. Yeah, here you can see what is
So as you pick right now, it could probably
see.
be going.
See here, every bin has a bin name and the barcode generated here. Okay, so what it does is, he is going to scan. Okay, like when this guy is going to pick something from the warehouse, he will be given a print. Okay, a print consists of where he has to go, where he has to pick, what he has to pick, where he has to drop. Okay, everything is available in that particular form which was given to him. Okay, we might also call it as a pick list. Okay, picking list. I'm going to pick something from the warehouse, that is called pick list. Okay,
10 different stores. You never know. The management system works it all out. So in picking, you need to sign into your gun. What I did is I signed up for this video, so you see everything. In the other video too, if you haven't checked it out, check below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, or leave a.
see, you can also see here, he holds the battery for these devices. Okay, so this battery, okay, it's like, they will charge it. It's a rechargeable batteries. Okay, same just like our mobile phones what we have right these days, same just like that. So they will charge it, and once the user is about to log in this device, what he does is, he will take this device, he will log in. When he is logging, he has his user ID and everything. Okay, because who is logging into the system, who is going to do the picking, all those information they can see here. Okay,
Comment if you want to learn anything else about this at the end of the shift. So the battery, you put it in here, make sure it clicks. You shake your gun to make sure it's not rattling or shaking. This, especially your scanner lens, you have to look at it, make sure it's not broken. Then you turn it on. Meet Ignite,
the global startup ecosystem, a community of innovators creating.
So again, in the other video, as I told you,
See here, he will be getting the order details. Okay, which bin he's scanning, those bin details, and that bin has how many products in it. Which like he has like 5 or 10 quantity in that product, right? He might not take all the 10 quantities. He will choose only 1 or 2 quantities, which those are mentioned in his form, right? The pick list which he has. In that form, you will see how many products he need to pick. Only those many products he will choose, and he will drop those in his trolley. Okay, so if you go to any, yeah,
picking different options. The location where somebody could grab an individual shoe, it's called A location. And as you see, the higher locations, which is our bulk storage, is the B locations. That's for the machine op.
see here we have pallets. This is called pallet. Okay, the wooden pallets. This is one handling unit. Box. Okay, cotton boxes. These are one handling units. So we have different handling units based upon the packaging metal type. This is a different packaging metal. Wood is a different, right? Box is a different. Even the sizes also will differ. Even the shapes also will differ. Okay, all these things we will see in our system.
But as a aisles 1 all the way up to aisle 0. So P 400 and 120. So actually, coincidentally, we are actually close to the location here.
Okay, so yeah, that's all, guys. I'll stop this video. Yeah. Okay, so you can see those things will happen in the real life. Okay, what you study here is everything in the GUI. You will do it, and whatever you're trying to do, it is going to these guys are going to implement. These guys are going to work in the floor. On the floor, they are going to work. Okay, he's just going to scan, take the products, bring it, and keep it somewhere else. Okay, everything is capturing in system, everything is happening in the system, guys. Okay, this is how the EWM looks like. Okay, in the real life, everyone, I will tell you, guys, as you are studying this EWM, I encourage you to please go visit some warehouses. Okay, see how the operations are happening over there. Then it will help you to understand in a more better way. Okay, you'll be able to relate much. When you are able to relate much, the understanding of these concepts become very easy for you. Okay, yeah, any questions, anyone?
Yes, Srini, Varaprasad this side. So
Yes, 100%.
actually, I can see the most of content of the EWM. It looks W. It is covered also WM part, correct?
Okay, okay.
So what is the extended? Extended means what is the difference from how we can say the difference from WM to EWM? Okay, I can see the structure after bin, and after bin and quant we can see one or two steps are extended. I can see
Okay.
in I can go up. Yeah. Oh, that is only the difference, or even the 38 contents are there. 38 scenarios are we have. Okay. So
Mhm.
maximum it is covered in WM. So how we can say the difference from WM to EWM?
Okay. So, sir, I will tell you one thing. Okay, so WM and EWM is
Can you
very
go
different.
up? Can you go
Yeah,
the
yeah. I'll
the
explain you. I'll just explain you. Okay, you are telling, whatever the content which you are seeing here, everything is available. These functionalities are already available in the WM. Then what's the point of having extended warehouse
Yeah,
management,
I
right?
can see only till storage bin. Okay, storage type section bin is available
Okay.
already in WM, right?
Okay.
So staging area and activity area and work center I can see is in newly in extended,
Okay.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm
also
just, you can go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, yeah, you can go ahead.
No, no, no. Okay, good. I'm listening. This is how the session should be. Yeah, please go ahead. Okay. And next, any
Yeah,
other
that's
thing?
what. No, yeah, yeah. That's what my simple question is: how we can say the difference from WM to WM?
Org structure point of view, when you see, it looks like, there is no much change in it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the functionality side, okay, yesterday also I showed you one slide where we can, yeah, Here you can see value added services, cross docking, dynamic cycle count, or integration with labor management, slotting and rearranging, deconsolidation. There are many features which are advanced. Okay, so sir, I see one of my very good friend. Okay, I won't say very good friend. He's like one of my mentor. He told me one thing. Okay, when the same question was asked to him, what he told was, "Sir, remember one thing. You are traveling from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay,
Mhm.
there are two ways which you can take. One is airways. One is by bus. Going by airways is like EWM. It's a very simple way of explanation, I
Yeah.
will say. See,
Mhm.
it looks like org structure point of view, as you said, I understand. Okay. Org structure point of view, we have storage type and a bins, command section, those things are fine. But the functionality point of view, it is completely different. Okay. So even it is very much automated. Okay, we have many higher concepts, like POSC, LOSC, okay, process oriented storage control, which are very automated, very driven by the very steps, in the EWM. Whenever you try to execute any scenarios, you will be able to understand much better, I would say. Okay, like additional features,
Oh,
you can use exemption codes, process physical inventory, also very advanced here as well. Okay. Yeah.